After the oldest galaxy, Webb now finds a black hole at the edge of the universe. At the edge of the world, a supermassive black hole was found. It's one of the largest black holes ever seen. It's thought to have more than 1 billion solar masses worth of cosmic dust, and it is making stars 1,000 times faster than our Milky Way. The cosmic giant is more than 13 billion years old and came into being only 750 million years after the Big Bang. This puts it at the center of a galaxy that is very far away. This is something else that people have been predicting for a few years, and it's great to see the first direct observational evidence supporting this scenario, said lead author Dr. Ryan Ensley of the University of Texas at Austin. It's great to see the first direct evidence from observations that back up this scenario. These results show that very early supermassive black holes were often covered in a lot of dust. This may be caused by the fact that the galaxies where they were located were making a lot of stars at the time. The finding, which was published online in the monthly notices of the Royal Astronomical Society, may help answer one of astronomy's most puzzling questions: how giant black holes change over time. It's even possible that it's the missing link between galaxies like ours that make lots of stars like the Sun and the first supermassive black holes that ever existed. ALMA, which stands for Atacama Large Millimeter Array, is a radio telescope in Chile's Andes Mountains. ALMA provided the information that the American team used to make the finding. The galaxy known as COS 87529 was very bright because the number of new stars was growing very quickly. The primordial black hole is covered with a lot of cosmic dust, which makes almost all of its light come out in the mid-infrared range of the electromagnetic spectrum. This is because the wavelength of light in the mid-infrared band is the longest. Its galactic core is so busy that it is sending out a powerful jet of material that is moving at speeds close to the speed of light. Nearly every galaxy has a black hole in the middle that is thought to be millions or even billions of times bigger than our Sun. Even light can't escape from the pull of gravity because it is so strong. Because of how they look, you can't see them. Several were made when the world was very young, and they have since been found. Because it takes so long for their light to reach us, we see them as they were a very long time ago. In this case, we see them as they were nearly 5% of the age we now think the universe is. One of the most surprising things about the new black hole is that it was only found in a small part of the sky. This means that in the very early universe, there could have been thousands of black holes that were exactly the same. Based on what we knew before, this was completely surprising. The only other kind of giant black hole that was known to exist in the early universe were quasars. Quasars are powered by enormous black holes that give off a lot of light and energy and aren't covered by much space dust. They're almost impossible to find, and there are only a few of them all over the sky. No one expected to find this kind of object in the very early universe, says Dr. Ensley. But its discovery is a step towards figuring out how billion solar mass black holes could form so early in the universe's history. This discovery is also a big step towards learning a lot more about how the biggest galaxies first formed. The first picture ever taken by scientists shows a huge jet of matter shooting out of the event horizon of a black hole and into space. Observations of the giant black hole at the center of the galaxy, Messier 87 or M87, could help explain how black hole jets, which are some of the brightest things in the universe, came to be. We know that jets come from the area around black holes, but we still don't fully understand how this happens, said Dr. Ren-Sen Liu, the main author of the study done at the Shanghai Astronomical Observatory, or SAO. If we want to learn more about this subject, we'll have to find the jet's starting point as close as we can to the black hole. Most galaxies have a supermassive black hole at their core. This black hole acts as a galactic sinkhole by eating everything that passes its event horizon for good. A large number of black holes can also shoot huge jets of matter out of their poles at speeds close to the speed of light. The most recent views were made in 2018. Using telescopes from the Greenland Telescope, or GLT, the Atacama Large Millimeter Submillimeter Array, or ALMA, and the Global Millimeter VLBI Array, or GMVA. An artist's idea of what it would look like if a star got too close to a black hole and was crushed by its strong gravity pull. The European Southern Observatory, or ESO, put out this artist's idea in November 2022. Some science ideas say that black holes might make a type of energy called dark energy. The goal of this journey is to get to the galaxy M87, which is 55 million light-years away and has a black hole 6.5 billion times bigger than the Sun. Scientists think that the power that drives the jets comes from the black hole's spin, but it's not clear where the jets are coming from in particular. The idea says that they may be anchored close to the event horizon, also called the point of no return, or just outside it in the ergo region, which is a zone where space-time itself rotates with the black hole. They could also be fixed somewhere in the middle. The new picture, which was just published in Nature, shows where the base of the jet meets the matter that is spinning around a supermassive black hole. However, it doesn't show where the jet starts. Dr. Kanzunori Akiyama of MIT's Haystack Observatory said, "This is the first image where we can pinpoint where the ring is in relation to the powerful jet coming out of the central black hole." The imaging program that was used to see the black hole was made by Dr. Akiyama. This is the first picture where we can tell where the ring is in relation to the strong jet coming out of the black hole in the middle. Now that we have this new information, we can start to answer questions like how particles are sped up and heated, as well as many other black hole mysteries. Dr. Ziri Yountsy, an astronomer at University College London who was not part of the most recent study, called the picture really exciting and said, "It's another important piece of the story of how black holes power jets." How many black holes are there? The Space Telescope Science Institute, or STSCI, says that about 1 out of every 1,000 stars has enough mass to turn into a black hole. Since there are more than 100 billion stars in the Milky Way, there must be somewhere around 100 million black holes in our galaxy. Even though it's hard to find black holes, NASA thinks there could be between 10 million and 1 billion star black holes in the Milky Way. The black hole called the Unicorn is about 1,500 light-years away from the Earth. It's been called the closest black hole. Both of these are meant by the nickname. The object that might be a black hole is in the constellation Monoceros, which is often called the Unicorn. It also has a very low mass, about 3 times that of the Sun, which makes it almost certainly one of a kind. In 2019, the Event Horizon Telescope, or EHT, partnership showed the world the first picture ever taken of a black hole. The EHT was able to find the black hole at the heart of the galaxy M87 by looking at the event horizon. The event horizon is the area around a black hole where nothing can escape. The graph shows that the amount of photons, which are particles of light, has dropped by a lot. Scientists can do a lot more study on black holes now that they know what they look like. This makes it possible to study black holes in a new way. In the year 2021, astronomers showed the world a new way of looking at the huge black hole at the center of galaxy M87. The picture shows how the huge building looks when viewed in colored light. Polarized light waves are aligned and brighter in a different way than unpolarized light waves. This is why the new picture of the black hole shows a lot more detail. Polarization is a characteristic of magnetic fields, and the picture shows without a doubt that the ring around the black hole is magnetic. Thanks for watching this video.